Hello, welcome to my channel, A Blessed Budget. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you're notified that I am budgeting. Before I get started, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for budgeting with me today and supporting me during this financial journey as I navigate through how to make my money stretch through the month. And to all of my viewers, I hope after this video you will consider subscribing.
Vibes on vibes, I'm a ticking dynamite. I blow your candle lights. You know I'm just that type. No, them no fit kill my vibe. Them no fit kill my vibe. Them no fit kill. Them no fit kill. Them no fit kill my eyes are set. Follow the stars. Yeah, you shall find her. It's a bad vibe. If you hit your enemies shine. If you're not a friend of me, enter the light. Cause you can never kill my vibe. But there is no sacrifices. Everything won't take.
Okay, so in today's video, we will be closing out week 2 and setting up for week 3 of July. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Week 2 ran from the 7th through the 13th for me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the inflow section. So for rollover number 1, we did roll over $530.30. For rollover number 2, we did roll over $1,174 and I believe 14 cents. So we rolled over 14 cents. So we actually rolled over 14 cents. And then for gifts, holiday, and travel, we did not go to the water park, so that was $0. For source number 3 came in at $9.85. And source number 4 came in at 5 cents. So altogether, we had an inflow total of $1,716.34. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move down here to our fixed expenses. So we had Netflix come out at $6.99. We had the internet come out at $91.99. We had Apple Storage come out at $2.99. We had Klarna come out at $58.18. And we had another Klarna come out at $54.16. So altogether, our fixed expense total for week 2 was $214.31. So we had a leftover of $1,502.03. Okay. So now we're just going to go ahead and move down here to week 2 variable expenses. So for gas, we had $1,502.30 left. For gas this week, I spent $0. For household, I spent $0. Food out, we spent $39.93. Me, I spent $13.60. Daughter spent $0. Son spent $0. Miscellaneous did receive $44.28. And like I said, we did not go to the water park this week, so that received $0. So altogether, our variable expense total is $97.81. That left us with $1,404.22. So as you know, we're just going to go ahead and bring that over here, $1,404.22. We are rolling over in account number 1, $540.15, more than we expected to roll over. And for account 2, we're rolling over $864.07, more than I expected to roll over. So altogether, our savings total was $1,404.22, giving us a $0 leftover balance. So now that we have closed out week 2, we're now going to go ahead and set up for week 3 of July. Okay, so we are now looking at our July budget tracker, paycheck budget tracker. And this budget tracker runs from the July 14th through July 20th. Okay, so for the inflow section, we do expect some sources of income to come in this week. So I'm going to go ahead and budget for source number one's income to come in. And I'm going to budget $300 for that source. For our rollover in account number one, I am expecting to roll over $540.15. Okay, now for account number two, I am expecting to roll over $864.07. So now that I have all my income that I do expect to receive for the week number three, we're going to go ahead and add up the inflow section. So 300 plus 540.15 plus 864.07. Okay, so that do give us an inflow total of $1,704.22. Now I'm going to go ahead and write in all the bills that I expect to pay with this.
See, my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm near you. And though my heart can't take no more, I keep on going back to you. See, my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm near you. And though my heart can't take no more, I keep on going back to you. Baby, I don't know why you treat.
Okay, so as you all can see, we went ahead and wrote in all the fixed expenses that are due within this week. And now we're just going to go ahead and write in the dates that they're due and what account is paying what bill. So for car insurance come out of account 2. Disney Plus come out of account 2. Pandora comes out of account 2. Apple Care for my iPhone comes out of account 2. The light bill come out of account 1. Google Storage come out of account 2. The Ford payment come out of account 1. Amazon Prime comes out of account 2. Apple Storage comes out of account 2. And the Way comes out of account 2 as well. I pretty much know like what bills come out of what account. Like I'm so used to like budgeting out of 2 different accounts now, so I have that like down pack on what bills come out of what account now. So now we're going to go ahead and just fill in the dates that these bills are due. My car insurance is due on the 14th. Disney Plus is due on the 15th. Pandora is due on the 15th. My Apple Care for my iPhone is due on the 17th. The light bill is due on the 17th. It's actually not due on the 17th. I just have to pay it on the 17th. It's due at the end of the month. Google Storage is due on the 19th. The Ford is due on the 20th. Amazon Prime is due on the 20th. Apple Storage is due on the 20th. And I'm paying the Way on the 20th as well. So I am going to go ahead and get into the budget. So for my car insurance, I am going to budget $251. This I am insured through Progressive. We have 2 drivers, 3 cars, full coverage with a deductible of $2,500. I am going to go ahead and call for a quote to see if I did lower my deductible down to $500 and see how much the payment would be if I did that. It seemed like it was a cheaper route to have a high deductible and have a low monthly payment. So I'm going to go ahead and figure that out. For Disney Plus, we are budgeting $7.99. For Pandora, we're budgeting $5.99. Apple Care for my iPhone, I am budgeting $13.49. For the lights, I am budgeting $100. For Google storage, I am budgeting $1.99. For the Ford payment, I am budgeting $274.37. For Amazon Prime, I am budgeting $7.60. For Apple storage, I am budgeting $2.99. And for the Way, I am budgeting $30. So now that we have all our bills written in for week 3, we're now going to just go ahead and add up all our bills to see what total we receive. Okay, so as you all can see, we did get a fixed expense total of $695.42. So I am going to go ahead and take our $1,704.22. I'm going to subtract all our bills that was due within this week, $695.42. That leaves us with a leftover of $1,008.80. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring that down here, $1,008.80. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in our variable expenses. Okay, so as you all can see, we went ahead and wrote in our variable expenses for week 3. So we have gas, household, food out, me, daughter, son, miscellaneous, car wash, car accessories. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the budget. So for gas this week, I am going to be budgeting $60 as usual. That fills up my tank, and that usually lasts me to get around the whole week, unless I have like other big trips to take. Haven't went nowhere far this week, so I'm keeping it there at 60. Okay. For household, I am budgeting $160. For food out this week, I am budgeting $30. For me, I don't need anything. That doesn't mean I don't want anything, but right now I don't need anything. So I'm going to budget $0 for me. So I do want to take my kids school shopping. They still need things like as far as clothes and shoes. So I've already done a little bit of shopping for them, but I'm trying to figure out, should I just add the rest to next week's budget tracker or just keep it on this week's budget tracker. I think I'm going to wait till next week to finish shopping for them. But for this week, I'm going to budget my daughter $21. And for my son, I'm going to budget him $99. Next week, it's probably going to be reversed. My daughter will be getting the majority of the money, and my son will be getting less of the money. My son don't need any school supplies. He's in elementary still, so he's not going to need supplies. I already have paper and pencils, and I have things like that. So all he's going to need is really like a backpack. I just bought him some clothes for school, so he's not, as far as supplies go, he's not going to need supplies, but only a backpack. The teacher hasn't told me anything about what they are going to need yet, so I just bought the basic stuff. My daughter did get supplies. She really didn't need much because they do a lot of things online. So she just got like folders and highlighters, things like that. Miscellaneous this week, I am budgeting $30. And then car wash, car accessories, I'm budgeting $0. So now we're just going to go ahead and add up our variable expenses for week 3. Okay, as you all can see, we did get a variable expense total of $400. So what I am going to do is take our $1,008.80 and I want to subtract that $400. So that's going to leave us with $608.80. So what I am going to do, as you guys know, I have already saved what I needed to save at the beginning of the month, but I do want to go ahead and save for my 100 envelope challenge. So I am going to go ahead and put my 100 envelope challenge. So we're working on number 3 and we're working on number 4. Okay, so we have $608.80. So like I said, I'm just going to be doubling the numbers that we are saving for. So we're saving $3, that's going to be $6. We're saving $4, that's going to be $8. So altogether my sinking fund total is $14. So if I take my $608.80 and I subtract $14, that leaves me with $594.80. So as you know, we're just going to go ahead and bring that down here to our extra savings. $594.80. So we have account number 1 we're rolling over and account number 2 that we're rolling over. So as you know, I just take my account number 1 because no variable expenses come out of account number 1, nor do savings come out of account 1. So all that comes out of account 2 plus bills. So in account 1 we have $540.15. We're going to subtract everything that's coming out of account 1. So the lights is coming out of account 1 and the forward payment is coming out of account 1. So that's going to leave me with $165.78. So what I do like to do is just go ahead and take what we have left over at $594.80, subtract $165.78. That gives us a leftover in account 2 of $429.02. So altogether we are saving $594.80 with 0 left over. This money is going to help us pay for next week's bills. We only have like 2 bills next week because really next week is the last week of the month. And we do have a couple of more days after next week. So we have 1, 2, 3, we have 4 more days after next week as well. So that's it for week 3. Look at week 3's paycheck budget tracker. I do have my save sticker up here. That means I need to save this week. I do have a couple of these stickers on top of my budget trackers just to remind me to save something somewhere. It doesn't matter where I'm saving it at. That's why I chose my 100 envelope challenge, because 2 weeks ago I saved for my other sinking funds as far as emergency car maintenance and things like that. So I would like to thank you all so much for joining me today in this budget with me. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, you guys take care. Bye-bye.
Everything was taken, you had to make it. Vibe killer, me I no go take shit.